Hi there. Just wanted to show off something that I've been working on that I'm super proud of, and that is available to you starting on my Discord for the first week, and then it'll be on Planet Minecraft from then on. But let's just get into it. It's a debug stick. It's something that I think a lot of builders have been missing from Bedrock for a while now, so I wanted to do something for the builders. Even though I'm not too much of a builder myself, I've got a couple builds that I'm proud of, but not my forte. But let's just get into it. So let's start with this crop farm right here. So the way that this works is that when you're around 2 blocks away from a block, it will grab the states or properties, whatever, for that block, and then you can then iterate through them. So if I start right here, like around a block or two away, it'll say, there we go, we got the growth. So we can just get closer to it, and then it will start cycling through when I use it. Same thing goes for things like composters. So if I start back here, crouch because it has an interaction, and then I get closer to it, like 1 block away, I can start cycling through it. But there's some even cooler things that you can do with it. So it's compatible with nearly every single block in the game. There's a few blocks that still need some custom code for them, but for the most part, every single block has been accounted for. So like, let's see right here with the grindstone. Attachment, let's just switch that to side, just have it floating there. And then we'll come back here, switch direction, and we can just rotate that like that. Or like with this lever, I can do open bit, false or true, and I can swap this. And now something to note is that when you switch the power using the debug stick, it actually doesn't send power to redstone. So if your lever is facing the wrong way and you're like, dang, I wish it would face the other way, but something is redstone powered, this can, bypass that and you can get it facing the right way. Something else that I think builders are really gonna like is the iron trap door, because I know a lot of people want to use it and use it sideways, but you can't unless you power it. So you can do that with this. And of course you can change, whether it's upside down or right side up. You can change its direction just the same as, any other block. Another cool one is this tripwire, because I can do attached bit, I can set that to true, and you can see it'll render as though there were, string in front of it. Or I can step back here, switch the direction, and just, have it floating in whatever. A really cool one is the wall. So if I come back here, wall connection type east, so we'll come up close and we'll say, okay, we want connection right there, and we'll make it tall so it's like a full block. And now that I'm thinking about it, I want the west one to also have a wall right there. You see that? So you could even use it to like kind of step downwards like that. But right now I'm gonna make it tall, and then I'm going to go wall post bit, and we'll set that to false. And then it's just a skinny wall, skinny block, whatever, standing here. One of my favorites in this that you can do with this is that the drip leaf, you can change, let's see, the tilt. You can change it to be like fully, like 45 degrees or whatever. And so you can make like green roofs using these drip leaves now, and they'll stay at that state without you having to power them, like I've been saying with the other like trapdoors and whatnot. This one was a pain to get working, but I think it's really cool the way that they've done it. So let's see, I need to crouch for this one. So of course you can change its direction just like pretty much any other block, and then we can do books stored. And this is where the fun part begins. You can just continue to like spam and it'll cycle through all of them. And let me get my mouse away from the mic so you're not annoyed by it clicking the whole time. All the way to 63, because it starts at 0 and then goes back to 0. That one, such a pain. Now here's a really cool trick that I've learned with this debug stick. So what you can do is you can, of course, normally have the hanging signs just hanging out in space, in the air, whatever. But you can't really make a good wall with them. Like, they function as a wall, but they look really weird and disconnected. What you can do is you can go attach bit. You'll set this to true on all of these ones, and then you'll see they'll all start facing this way. And then we'll go to ground sign direction, and then we'll just set that to 2 on all of them. And then you can see you get this less disjointed wall, and it's actually completely diagonal, and you know, it still functions the same as the wall. But if you're thinking, oh well, I want to have a gap, I want to be able to walk through that, you can switch facing direction and switch that, and then you can walk through that way. Another cool thing is you can disable hoppers. So normally you can use redstone to disable hoppers, just like with all the other things that I've been saying. You need redstone to do a specific thing, and sometimes that's not the way that you want it to work. So this is a really cool interaction, I think. So what you can do is you can do toggle bit, come up close, set it to true, and then if you, let's say, grab white concrete, no, I missed that, it'll be locked, so it won't accept items, it won't push items through at all. But let's say you do want it to be like still able to pick up items, so we'll set that to false. But what you can do is you can set facing direction to, let's see, is it 5? There we go. Oh wait, no, it's not 5, it's 1. So you can see there's no like through shoot or throughput on any side of it. And you're thinking, oh well, maybe it'll just default to going straight down. Actually, no, it doesn't. So I can throw an item in there and it just sits in there, even with this barrel underneath it. This item will never go anywhere, even if I put a barrel on all sides of it. It doesn't go anywhere. So it's a locked hopper, but you can still throw items into it. So it's pretty cool in that sense. But I can, you know, set it back down to that, and it'll go straight through. Pretty cool. Another cool interaction is the way that banners work. It's the same as like any other sign. So you can just do that, and then you can just rotate it, you know, with more precision than, you know, just placing it down. And the final thing I want to show off in this video is the turtle egg, because this one's kind of a weird one. So what you can do is, let's go back here, and let's say turtle egg count 1 egg, and we can add all the way up to 4, resets back to 1. So let's set 3, and then change the cracked state, and then we can cycle through all the different cracked states. It's super cool. And actually, there's one more thing I want to show off. So let's grab the suspicious sand. So this is another really cool interaction that I think builders are going to have a lot of fun with. So right here, we could say we have a wall that you want to be like a gradient. You want some more depth, but the texture of the sand is holding it back from being able to use other blocks, right? And like the textures, they just don't work very well. The sand is too noisy, whatever. You can use the debug stick and do brushed progress, and you can come up close to it and switch the brush progress on all of them. And then you can see, you stand far back, you can see you get that gradient that you're looking for. So that one, that's okay, that is the last thing that I wanted to show off. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good time with this add-on. It took longer than I care to admit to figure out. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.